Hello and welcome to the Helios blog. My name is Helios. Whether you're chilling on your couch or in your coffin, stay tuned with us to keep you entertained. Today, FreshandFit. They talk about red flags a father should vet for his daughter's boyfriend. Let's see what they got here.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
Yeah, we'll go around the table. Just one thing that they should look for. We can start here and then work our way. What are some red flags a father should look for when vetting his daughter's boyfriend?
I do agree with her, like the age gap between the two.
Age gap? Okay. What about you?
Disaster. Yeah, already they're wrong, but okay.
Can we come back to me?
Okay, yeah. What about you?
The family home dynamic of the son.
Okay. Our parents
That
together,
is,
that
yep.
type of thing?
No, if there's a father in the home.
Yep,
so if
yep.
he has a healthy visual of a father or a man, that would be the biggest thing for me.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
Because my... Oh, okay.
All right. What about you?
Communication skills.
Okay. You?
Okay, go to his Instagram following and look at all of the girls that he's following on Instagram.
Disaster. Again, this girl is so brainwashed, she doesn't even know what red flags to look for. She's just a 20-something brainwashed sheep.
And then go to his page and see if he wears one of those dangly cross earrings.
By the way, you know that because she's full of tattoos.
And like
She became...
you know those jeans that are like kind of ripped and they have the ribs in them?
Oh
like,
my god,
on
yeah.
them?
Oh, I see. She's describing exactly the guy she was alpha widowed by. I understand. This is an example of a girl that became the guy she's attracted to. You see, and she thinks that looking like that is what's going to make her attractive. Like, no. You need to do what men find attractive, not what you find attractive. Solipsism.
The, like
Those
acid
two.
wash rib.
Black Air
Oh
Force
my
One.
god.
Oh, but...
Yeah, who hurt you? God damn.
Exactly. Who hurt you indeed?
Things to look out for.
What's his name? God
Probably
damn.
starts with
Pablo.
Like
It's probably
Black
like
Air Force.
Derek.
It's like Justin.
yeah, no, it's probably like Justin or like Derek.
Right.
You see? You see how I called it? I called it immediately. I called it without even watching the video.
Oh, you like black guys?
I don't discriminate against anybody.
I see.
She said Black Air Forces, so I was like, wait, hold on. Only niggas wear that.
Equal opportunity. I like it.
Yeah, equal opportunity employer. All right.
Equal opportunity
That's the recipe,
employer.
that's the formula.
Disaster.
All right. So dangly cross
Following.
earrings.
Who they're following.
Yeah.
Who they're
Damn.
following.
And
All right. What about you?
I feel like manners, basic manners. See
Okay.
how his
Sure.
his level of respect is
Yup.
for the people around him.
That's actually
And
good.
If someone doesn't have basic manners or know how to take care of themselves, that too, cleanliness, like how do you present yourself
Hygiene?
to other people?
Hygiene.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
those are two. Anybody should be on their shit when it comes to that, but especially if you're meeting someone's father that you want to take seriously, like, come on now. You should
That's for
show up looking
sure.
Good. You should have manners. You should have respect.
Yep.
All right.
That's
What
right.
about you?
If he's still a boy who is depending on his parents, you need to be a grown-ass man to date my daughter.
So what she's describing is that's actually true. Although in 2023, more men than ever are dependent on their parents because of increasing prices. But again, what she's describing is obvious. Like, he needs to have a job, a steady income, a career. Like, yes, these are things that you do need to have if you're trying to have children, of course.
Mama's
Alright.
boy.
What about you?
His friends, like who he hangs around with, how they act.
Okay. Okay. Very interesting. What?
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh my god.
All right. Let's hit the next one. What's the next one here? We got Frank Castle. No, we're going 20 and up, right?
Well, this is an addition from the last one.
Okay. So I'm a wife that went to a 30th party. She went up to a hotel, done coke with some guys. Been married 2 years with kids. Been together 14 years. I'm 34. She 35. I'm the breadwinner. Should I piss away my marriage and afraid for my
Yup. Sadly.
2 boys and my other boy on the way? I would do a paternity test, bro.
Yup. That's
You know,
right.
Man, your wife doing some whole shit. I would do a paternity test. on.
Yeah, she's doing the baking soda with other men. Like, what do you think's gonna happen? Like, of course you're screwed. Like, Sadly, you made the wrong choice with that girl. Why does she even have the urge to go and do baking soda? Have you thought about that? Maybe you could have vetted that from the beginning.
Number one, and then, I mean, that's the biggest form of betrayal, bro. Like,
indeed.
I'm curious to know how he found out about this scenario here.
Yeah, I'm interested to know that too.
Did she tell him?
This is from the prior show.
Yeah.
His wife went on a boat party with some people, didn't tell him, and then she went up to a hotel room and did cocaine with some guys.
Bro.
Okay, so did she just do like cocaine, or were there like other activities?
You know that when that happens, it's not just going to be that. Like, how disingenuous an arguer do you have to be to go down this line?
Because I feel like there's a movie, I apologize, there's a movie like this. Like, I mean, she probably did coke. Mind you, do whatever drug you want. But she probably did coke before she was like a stay-at-home mom. So did she do anything else, or was she just trying to spark something in her, like from her...
That's exactly what she was trying to do. She's trying to spark something in her because she's bored.
golden years without being
Either
a
way,
wife or...
it don't matter. She did it.
Indeed.
Doing coke or like being with men? What are the things that you're upset with? Because I mean, mind you, coke. I mean, like the mother of my child. You should have like did your party phase, blah blah blah. Right? I can understand that.
No, no. You should never have a party phase in the first place. That's the problem here that you're not seeing. No party phase.
He wants to piss away his marriage. Did she do something with the men, or was it like...
You better believe she did.
Little Jay, you want to come out here? Oh, what's going on with you? All right, bye, y'all. Have a great day. Like, what...
As I said, how disingenuous an arguer do you have to be for that to be your argument? I'm 100% on girls' side no matter what is the side you have to be on to make this argument.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Disaster.
We always tell guys not to get with girls that do drugs, period.
Indeed.
Yeah, coke is a drug. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm not gonna judge anyone.
Yes, you are. You should.
I mean, I mean, honestly, like, drugs are drugs. At the end of the day.
roles were reversed, though, right? And that was your husband. He went to a hotel with a bunch of women and did coke. Would that make you feel some type of way if you guys?
Of course it would. What do you mean?
No, definitely. But I'm asking, what is the point of him being upset? Her doing drugs?
I would say
or
both.
like,
But also the possibility. There's a possibility that there could have been something that happened there without you knowing. Because who's going to admit to that? Definitely. I mean, it's bold enough to even admit that you went to a hotel and did coke with somebody, let alone if you're actually, fucking.
We don't know if she.
It's called trickle truthing. They reveal, oh, I was at a hotel. Then 6 months later, they reveal they did coke. Then 6 months later, they reveal they had a gangbang. Like, you've never heard of trickle truthing before? That's what it is. It's so patently obvious.
Admitted. He found out. We don't know how he found out, though.
Right. I mean, there's a lot to do to go to any place without your partner knowing. I mean,
that's right.
I just think that you should tell people where you are.
It's interesting to hear their perspective.
The point is, there was drugs and niggas. That's an L. No matter how you look at it.
That's an L.
I don't think piss it away.
Don't justify her actions.
I'm not gonna justify her actions, but I'm like.
Except you are justifying them.
I don't do like drugs. I have too many eggs in my family.
Are you sure?
That. Yeah, I like a little, But I mean, that's not a drug. That's an herb. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna do like drugs. You know what I'm saying?
I like it better when you talk less.
Indeed.
Well, I like you better when you didn't address me with such a respectful or disrespectful tone.
Ooh.
What?
This is my personality. If you don't like it, then that's fine.
Your personality is a disaster.
That's what I'm going through.
Okay, you taking it too personal?
No, I'm not actually. I think it's like really cute. Okay, so that's like a bit too much with the trolling. Okay.
What the Yo, what drug are you on? What the fuck? Okay,
Life.
let's move on.
Life, right? She's on life.
Oh my god.
Totally.
Thank you, Chris.
All right.
Okay, anyone else? I don't know.
I would say I wouldn't piss the marriage away if it's something you're happy with, or
How could you possibly?
Talk to her.
How could you possibly be happy from then on, knowing that your wife did that? Like, just do you hear yourselves? Like, do these girls even listen to what they're saying?
See where her head is?
Yeah.
Yes. We should see where her head is. Yeah, who cares about the guy? Men aren't important. Where's her head at? Disaster.
Chances some people don't. If you're not feeling it, that's your marriage.
I'll tell you where her head was.
But
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, And you're already a few kids in. You have bigger responsibilities to be worrying about in this situation. I mean,
Right, so she's leveraging the children to force him to stay, right? That's what it is, which is extremely disrespectful.
You know, once you decide to have kids with somebody, it
That's a
doesn't
lifetime
only
commitment.
come down to just you and that person anymore. You now have other people to consider with what you do moving forward.
So he should keep a cheating wife around?
No. But
I'd
the
say-
conversation
She
should be a
She
broader
didn't cheat.
conversation.
You don't.
What do you
don't
mean
consider
she
being on
didn't
a boat with
cheat?
a bunch of dudes and doing cocaine
I
with
thought it
men
was
in
a
a hotel
hotel.
room cheating?
Oh,
I
was it?
would.
okay, you're right.
That's
Because if
cheating.
My man did that.
Yeah,
Wasn't
yeah.
that- we're talking
Tell me
because-
where you're going. Like,
There's
I
a
mean,
lot that they have to sit down and
See, you
talk
wouldn't even
about.
tolerate it from a man, and men are more predisposed to, to want to have sex with other people. So, like, if
Yeah.
a woman does it, it's even worse.
No, it
Yeah.
definitely
Indeed.
is. I
Tolerating
mean,
that from nobody.
just hiding the sheer fact that you went somewhere without your partner knowing if you're married.
So now
with
you're changing your
children.
mind?
No, I wasn't changing my mind in the beginning. I was asking why he's upset because she did coke or because she was with men, or a third because she did all this without telling him.
All the
I'm
above.
asking
Yeah.
why he's upset.
All
All
of
the
it.
above.
All of
Because I
it.
mean, you could be upset about
Just
someone
naming
doing
all the
coke.
reasons.
No, I'm not. You could be upset about someone doing coke. You could be upset about someone having.
My lord, she's such a disingenuous communicator. Again, that's a gigantic red flag.
The different gender, or you can be upset about someone going to an event that you didn't know about. So what was he upset about initially?
It's all
Because
the
you don't know
above.
if he does coke either. You don't know if they met at a club
He's jealous because he
25
wasn't
years
invited.
ago in the bathroom doing coke.
That's how
You
he's
don't know.
acting.
I think it depends on what he's upset about.
I think it
It's
depends
all the
on what
above
you
because on our
allow in your
podcast,
relationship.
one of the biggest things we tell guys is to avoid girls that are alcoholics and avoid girls that do drugs.
I mean, I think that goes for
Yeah.
both genders, though. You don't want
Both
you know,
genders.
a woman doesn't really want a man that is alcoholic or does drugs, and vice versa.
Except many women choose those men for short-term relationships. And then after they get alpha widowed by these men, then they choose to marry the boring guy. So no, you're wrong.
But
Some
don't
bitches
you
do.
want
Some
don't you want a
bitches do.
relationship where you both have freedom to do whatever you want?
No!
So come back and
What? Utterly ridiculous. Hogwash. You can't just do whatever you want in a relationship. That's insane. It's a compromise. If you both do whatever you want, you're single.
I just don't think it should only
No,
be avoided.
Well,
No.
the problem is that when girls are alcoholics or do drugs, they typically are whores.
Right.
Men are the same.
A
sometimes
majority.
sober.
You need to know your
Yeah, there's a lot of them,
non-negotiables.
but-
Like doing the drugs inhibits your ability to, use a little bit of
course.
discernment and, critical thinking. And women are already emotional, and it highlights emotions, and it makes them do stupid shit. If a guy goes ahead and has a bunch of sex on drugs, it's not the same as a woman having sex
Why
on
not?
drugs.
Why is it not?
Why not?
Why is it different?
Okay, what's your body count?
I don't know the number, honestly.
You don't know it? Okay. I'll just make it simple so I don't go into like a whole thing.
Yeah.
A key that opens many locks is a master key. A lock that opens any key is a shitty lock. Men and
Indeed.
women are not the same when it comes to sex.
Yeah.
So, and men don't really ask for much in relationships. The biggest thing that men ask for is like, don't be a whore and hurt the
course.
relationship and be
Yeah.
promiscuous and have sex with other people. With a man, he could still fuck another girl and love his chick.
That's
A woman
right.
Can't do the same.
Yep.
I disagree with that.
Did you fuck a guy when you were with your guy?
Yes.
Did you actually like love?
Lovely. Yep. Great example.
And respect him then? You think?
No.
That's cap, bro.
No, the answer is
No,
no.
she'd line up.
Yeah, if you loved
When
and
a girl's in a
respected him,
committed
you'd
relationship
never
with a
do
man
that.
she actually loves, other men are invisible to her.
That's right.
So
I agree.
Now, are there
Yes.
some girls that are able? Hold on, real quick. Are there some girls that are able to have detached sex? Sure, but
What
a
if you-
majority can't.
But what if you have an open relationship?
Then you're not in a real relationship if you have an open relationship. And if you're able to have detached bedroom fun, it means your encounter's 50 plus. You're not a good bet for paternity.
Speaks to a bigger problem. Whenever I've seen women have open relationships, it means that their guy
Is weak.
very deficient in something that's very important.
What's that?
It could be
anything.
a multitude of things. It could be he has money, but he's extremely
Weak.
unattractive
Yep.
physically, or he's just a pussy and soft, and she needs that assertive attitude to get her aroused. Or it could be he's very attractive, but he's a brokey. So whenever a girl says she wants an open relationship, it means that her man is severely lacking something that's required.
So what does it mean if a man is requesting an open relationship?
That's
He
just
wants
being
to
a dude.
sleep with other girls.
Just being a
Being a
dude.
dude.
Yeah, men are always going to want variety.
I think that both.
So, but women can't have that variety.
No.
They don't want that variety. Ideally, women want to typically have one guy that has all the traits that they're looking for. Masculine, attractive, have the money, etc. If you have all that one guy, everyone else is invisible to you.
Right.
But on the other hand, let's say a guy is with a girl that's perfect. Oh, she's not a whore. She's great. Oh, my God. We still want other women.
Yup.
I mean, do you want multiple dudes?
Absolutely true.
No.
There you
I
go.
mean,
So why are you arguing for it?
given I'm single, so I'm not in a relationship.
But that's the point. Is if you were in a relationship with a guy you actually
If
like,
I was in a
you
relationship
wouldn't
with a
want to
guy-
be with other
no.
men.
Translation.
Long-distance relationship.
Translation. I want to sleep around. Very attractive.
I mean,
That's a whole nother
it
story.
doesn't, it doesn't change.
You know how you can tell that she's that way? Because she has tattoos.
the fact that like,
You shouldn't be doing coke with other men.
look, anytime I've seen a girl be in an open relationship with a man, that means the man's a pussy.
I don't think so.
Yup.
Or he's a whore.
I don't think so at all.
So then that brings up a good one
The
for
man I
that,
was
that other
with was
comment.
very
Open
relationship.
relationship.
beautiful soul. He's not a pussy.
And you left
What
him.
dictates a
Not
um,
a pussy at all.
And you
what
left him.
dictates
good
that?
man.
You left him though.
And you left him.
Because he wasn't
Because-
treating me right.
Indeed.
Okay,
Dictates that
but
in the comments.
look, what I'm saying is that if a dude lets other men have sex with his girl, he's a pussy.
I
That's right.
That dictates what that's your definition of.
Yeah, because a tenement of masculinity is having women submit and be loyal to you.
Yup.
Her having sex with other men is the biggest, like,
Disrespect possible.
Understand that.
betrayal
I
of
can
that.
understand that. I can understand that.
No guy who's, you think any like alpha dude is gonna, or a masculine man is gonna let his girl have sex with other men?
And like it.
If he is comfortable with that.
The answer is a profound no.
Profound
Sucks
no.
Like that, and those are not guys that women
Yeah.
typically go for.
Fuck my woman.
And your own life experiences show that. Like, you're not with him anymore.
Not because of that.
But that's a byproduct.
That's a
of
byproduct of
bigger
him being a
issue.
bitch. No offense, but that's a
Well, I
byproduct
don't
of
want
him
to
being
say
soft.
anything bad about him because he's a beautiful person.
You
and-
see?
And you're not with him.
Yeah,
That was my point.
that's what girls say about guys that they disdain or that they look down on. Oh, he's such a beautiful person. He's such a nice guy. They're just virtue signaling, right? But actually, that's womanese for he's a loser, he's weak, he's trash.
Are you saying?
And this is what I'm trying to say. Like, see, this is the thing. A lot of girls will sit there and say, "Oh, I like this and I agree with this, etc." But you're not actually attracted or respected or aroused by it.
Right.
And I've always said this: like, women lie about what they really like. Like, what you really want is a guy to tell you, "Shut up, that's dumb. Yo, we're gonna do this. I don't care what you think. We're gonna do this." Women want assertive, dominant men because if I can stand up to you, that means I can stand up to the world. That means I can actually protect you because
That's
I'm letting
right.
a woman influence what I do. If I, as a man, I'm supposed to be the leader in the relationship, I'm letting my girl have sex with other men, that effectively shows that I am a bitch. And I am willing to let people walk all over me because
Right.
your woman is the one thing that you are going to be the most territorial about. Hyper masculine, dominant men don't let their women have sex with other dudes. They're not cucks. Sorry.
W Sneaker.
That's right. W Sneeko. That was mean.
But yeah, the point is, if he can let you do that, then I mean, does he really like you that
And it
much?
shows you're not with him anymore. The proof is in the pudding. Women say one thing, but they behave in another. And I always say, watch her actions, not what she says.
Yeah, actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
It goes for everybody.
And I get it. Oh, he had other beautiful traits, but I guess it wasn't enough for you to stay with him.
That's right. Wasn't enough to keep him around.
Yeah.
I think she understands the undertones of his like growth, but she's just not trying to down someone's character.
Are you a
because
lawyer?
She understands that.
No, she's,
You
P-
know,
she's
everything-
PR, man.
You're a lawyer?
Fresh, she's PR, man.
Yeah, I
She's
don't like
PR
I don't
fresh.
like saying
No, that's
bad
my
things
friend.
about people.
You don't have to. You don't have
You
to.
know.
I mean, I'm just speaking fairly objectively here. It's
No,
not
I
a knock
get
on
it.
your guy,
I
but
get it. No, I
men
get it.
that I've seen that allow their women to have sex with other men almost always exhibit feminine tendencies. They're soft. They're not necessarily dominant. They're not assertive. They don't have their shit together. They are lacking in some way severely when they let their woman have sex with other men. And it never works out.
That's
it
right.
never works out
Never.
whenever guys do this.
Yeah.
Because women are designed to serve one master, one man. That's typically how it
One
goes.
master,
Yes.
master,
Or slave.
Indeed.
master. Can you dive into
Master
that? a bit?
Yoda.
I don't want to be like aggressive, but you said master.
Yeah, because she's so masculine, she could never consider that some women might be attracted to dominant, strong men. So for her, that word irks her. It hurts her personally. It's a personal attack. It goes against her base character.
And I don't want to.
Well,
say
number one, it's just it's a phrase. Where, you know, you can't serve two masters. But what I'm saying, that's especially emphasized with females.
Do you think that men and women should like worship each other, and it shouldn't just be like?
Sadly, no.
Like,
I don't think they should worship. I don't think either or should worship the other. But I do absolutely believe that the woman needs to like the guy more than he likes her.
Yep.
For the relationship to actually work.
That's right.
Okay.
Because women are harder to please. So since women are harder to please, they need to feel more fulfillment in the relationship. For them to feel more fulfillment in the relationship, they must like the man more.
No.
It's true.
Why not?
They need to see
Why
him
do
as
you
the
disagree with
prize.
I think that women naturally are givers, like we are nurturers, right? So
Yeah.
if we just nurture, give, and you're saying that we should love you or like
Are you selective?
more, I am.
Okay, so-
However, I wasn't finished with my point.
You see?
And as
Masculine,
I'm
dominant,
not doing
annoying.
that, but as I allowed you to speak, you should allow me
Go ahead,
to
finish your point.
I was saying that just
Disrespectful.
as we're nurturers and we give to, let's say, the smallest little instinct of like, oh, he did this, he pulled the door open, I'm gonna just like make blah blah blah, right? Because at the end of the day, women on a generalization like a level, like that's what we do, right? So I think that the men should actually love the woman a bit more. I feel like as he sees a flower that's beautiful.
You feel like you should be in control because you're a masculine, dominant woman who's never known a true relationship dynamic and wouldn't know it if it hit you in the face. But just because you feel that way doesn't mean all women feel that way. And in fact, you're arguing against your own case.
If he doesn't want to pick it to kill it, he could take a picture of it. I feel like as we are, because mind you, because I've seen a few clips, so like scientifically based, after you have a child by a man, there is something that goes down within their, I think it's like vasopressin or something like that. It's something that goes down with their attraction level. So if
Vasopressin.
they don't love you 1,000 times more than they do before you're married, it's never going to work. And that's why we see all these women dying on the tables of BBLs or mommy makeovers, because we're allowing them to, let's say,
Yup, this is the Hillary Clinton argument. Who suffers most in war? The women do. The wives of the men in war suffer the most, right? Women suffer the most. And let's cry for the women. Like freaking disaster. This girl is clueless.
feel this like connection that's severed of sorts after they have a child. So long story short, I feel like men should love women a bit more, just because after a while their love goes down scientifically after they have a child.
Okay. So let me ask you a few questions. You said women nurturers, and then the man has to open the door for her, and then you also mentioned a woman
Not
having.
open the door, but like if you see a flower.
Well, you gave the specific example of a guy being on a date with a woman, right?
No, I said
and
if
opening
he
the door on a date.
No, I said if he sees a flower, he could take a picture of it.
No, prior to you saying that, you mentioned that he was on a date with her and opening the door.
Okay.
Right?
I don't believe so, but if
You
I
did.
did, I had
You
a few
did.
drinks. So
I wrote it down.
necessarily know. Okay,
Yeah,
well,
I wrote it
good,
down.
good. You haven't been drinking, great.
Yeah. That's not an excuse for not being competent. But either way, the
competent, I am. Okay, the point that you're trying to make.
No, you didn't remember what you just said literally a second ago.
Bitch, Chris.
Huh?
Don't call me a bitch, Chris. So you could remind me without saying that I'm not competent.
Shut up, bitch.
Okay. Anyway, so Chris.
Your mama, ho.
Chris. So you said the guy's got to take the girl on a date and the woman's gonna nurture, etc. But you're missing a huge thing.
What?
What? You're picky, right? Yourself?
You can say.
Would most of the ladies here say most guys aren't attracted to you?
For different reasons, yes.
I'm attracted to someone's brain, not really their.
Stop the cap.
Most men don't have the brain that you're looking for. I'm guessing you want them to be
I'm
interesting,
a sapiosexual.
charismatic. Oh, okay, so you really enjoy conversation and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you mentioned having a child with the guy, whatever. And women tend to always forget this. You forget that the guy had to get to a certain place for you to even give him a date. You forget that the man
woman
had to
get to a certain place.
No,
for
she
you to
didn't.
even get.
No, she didn't. And I'll explain why here in a second.
Please, I apologize.
For the guy to get the date in the first place, for the guy to even be able to impregnate her, he has to accomplish certain things and be attractive to even get this opportunity.
That's right.
Women, on the other hand, are the ones that are approached. Women are the ones that the guy comes up to them. Women are born with their value. Men must create their value, right? So
May I interject right there?
Here we go.
Value is subjective, right? So appearance. So even take me, for example. You would say, oh, she was birthed like this. I'm 4'11". So even with weight, you can say, oh, she lost 40 pounds. Do you not think that that was inherently valuable for your appearance when you approach me?
the prerequisite.
Yes, but for a girl, all you have to do is not eat too much. For a guy, you have to do a million things. You have to not eat too much, and also work out, and also be competent at making money, and be charismatic, and be intelligent, and be gifted, and be multi-talented, and be like
It's required for a woman to get a date versus the prerequisites required for a man to get a date are vastly different.
Vastly
the prerequisites
different.
of men are far higher and harder to achieve than women, period.
Indeed.
They're different, but I don't think that they're a bit more weight because at the end of the day, it calls for discipline, whichever. So if you're an overweight woman,
Hold on, stop.
That's fine.
An 18-year-old woman can be on a yacht with multi-millionaires versus an 18-year-old man will never get the opportunity.
An 18-year-old child with her frontal lobe not developed.
That's
is that
not
what you're
the point
saying?
I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is this woman doesn't have any social status, is a nobody, and is able to be with the top tier of men. So what I'm trying to explain to you is that the burden of performance is on men. It is not on women. If women want to go ahead and achieve a career and make money, they can, but it is a choice. Men must become successful. Women don't have to be.
But
it's a choice.
Women must be attractive in order to live this
that's
life,
right.
Being attractive
but that
is
comes
not,
from a generation. So mind you, let's say me, right? A black family. We're gonna say if we do Kentucky. No. I understand your point, but we can dead this conversation before you cut it off.
What?
We could dead the conversation before you cut it off because I wanted to make one more point, but you said look.
Well, we're talking. You're trying to deflect right now and go into something else.
I don't mean to deflect. I was meaning to answer your question, but if you feel like it's deflection.
Go ahead, finish your point.
Okay, thank you. So I was saying, just as a woman that's 18 had to figure out the ways of being subservient, quiet, and hot, right? Now, mind you, think about coming from Kentucky when your grandmother cooks like maybe 3 or 4 times out of the week. So you may have gained a few pounds, maybe Southern Belle, right? But you've gained a few pounds. So what is the discipline of saying, hey, I am not going to put this Snickers in my mouth, but I'm going to make a protein shake. I am going to learn that.
No, I'm really confused and lost.
I don't know.
Like, when you tell a lot of stories,
I feel like men are saying, hey, we have to address our ego and make money, but women have to address their appearance and, let's say, make sure that
She's talking like these two things are equivalent when they're not. That's the problem here. She thinks that she's making a point, but all she's doing is arguing very hard for the one thing that women have to do, which is not put food in their mouth. That's it. Alright. We're going to end the video there. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all the notifications, drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian R, Tom M, Bobby, Dylan, Renaissance Press, and Brian. Shout outs to you, most recent Patreon subscriber. Thank you. My Patreon can be found at patreon.com/theheliosblog. You can buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. If you want coaching, message me at theheliosblog@gmail.com. That's my email, and I would be glad to help you. Thank you so much for listening, guys, especially if you listen to the end. I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.